All right, we're going to do this week's newsletter. Newsletter as well as YouTube video. Newsletter will be sent out tonight. Those of you that are not a part of it, you can join it in the description below. Before I get started, come over to ZTRADEZ.net, check out the terms and conditions page. If you do not agree to it, do not watch the video. If you do, feel free to watch the video and join the community, which is in the description below. So we have, before I get over to FXY and the yen, which I've never invested, I've already called this out. I'm already in it. Called this out about 2 or 3 weeks ago. Before we get on that, there's drama with Canada tariffs. They're trying to, instead of working with us, they want to side with China. Canada has really no effect on us. A lot of the stuff that they have, we can have. That's another conversation. I know it's not just lumber. I know it's a lot more than that, but it's going to have hardly any effect, in my opinion, on the market. But I'm already bearish on the market. I'm going to talk about why in a moment here. Canada, China, now that's what I'd be worried about. We wouldn't be here if those didn't put this, if we never started trading with them to begin with. Thank you, Bill Clinton and George Bush. Now we're having to deal with it now. Now we have to have this race to AI because we're either spectators or participators, and then China will just beat us. So now everybody's jobs get taken, and we're forced to just advance in AI as fast as possible instead of regulating it and slowly getting it out there over a 20-year period or 10-year period. It should really just be with the military, and we have minimal use with it. But again, that's another side effect with trading with China. Thank you, Bill Clinton, as well as Bush. Bush could inverse that when he got in. He didn't do it. Big mistake. Big mistake. Now, Orange Man's the only one that's willing to stand up to them and try to clean up the mess here with the unfair trade deals that have been going on. Very unfair. So I'm already bearish. I had called this out on last week's newsletter, and we dropped. Now we've came back up. We are holding the 20 EMA until we break that. I'm neutral right now. I'm neutral. We're outside of this. Obviously, there's going to be a retest, especially with a drop like that. And we have this volume shelf here at 684, 683 area. If that gets smacked, the volume is low, very, very low. There's a gap all the way down in there. That's not happening, in my opinion, anytime soon. But this momentum upwards is just wild on SPY. Let's go ahead and turn chats on. Anyways, let's take a look at the weekly. We've been doing nothing but trending. If we go ahead and turn, where is it here? Trends, no. Fibs, no. Trends, where is it? It's not chart. Yeah. You can see that we're somewhat out of this. Let's go ahead and turn this off. We've already broken out of this right here. 1, 2, 3. It's a qualified trend. We snapped out of that. Pattern as well, bearish pattern. And now we're right here. But that's a bull candle. It didn't close. That's a bull candle. So we snap that. I don't need the 20 EMA up for a weekly. Then I'll officially be bearish, and you can look how bad that looks. Look at this low volume over here. Looks really bad. I don't know what would kick it off. February is historically a bearish month. I don't like the technicals. There's people locking in leaps on stuff up here. Wild to me. With these technicals, I'm good. Because if I did that every time, I would have nothing to trade with. Sure, it could keep going up, but I'm not going to just do that, just because one time it did. Until we start to really fall here, I'm not locking in any leaps. So I'm kind of been warming the bench lately. So what else do we have here? And I wanted to talk about, maybe this will be a separate video, but I wanted to briefly go into, the issue of where people are putting their money, right? Where are people putting their money? And I have a really, really good one. I've already called it out in the Discord. There's 3. One's speculative and a little bit risky. One's mid. The other one, risk level mid, in my opinion, doesn't mean it is. And then the best one, which I'm going to get to in a moment here. In fact, I might as well talk about this on here. But anyways, let me go ahead and, we covered SPY. Let's jump over to Apple real quick here. Okay. Volume shelf all the way down here, 231. That would be a target. Okay. Yeah, and that's right in line with this. This little volume gap right here needs to be filled all the way down to 240. Let's turn chats off real quick here. We really don't need MACD on. Yeah, you just know that it's bearish. That's an outside bar. That is an outside bar. Low volume, not as in here, but as in this, there's a low volume area ahead. Okay, we make it look like this. We turn a linear chart and it looks a bit better. That doesn't look good. What does look bullish? Amazon. Amazon still looks bullish. Still looks bullish. What chart was I on? The weekly? Yeah. Still looks bullish to me. We're holding the trend. We respected it and we bounced right off it. There's a volume shelf there as well. Let's take a look at Meta. Okay. Meta still looks bullish. That RSI looks bullish too, and it's curling around here. We have a low volume area up here. Will that gap be filled? Could, if we decide to go bull. Should have been anything around 600. It hit it to the dot and bounced. I went to lunch. I came back. It did hit it and shot up. We got a low volume area up here all the way to 709. That's what I would expect. Low end, if we decide to go bull, 692. We're currently at 658. That'd be the lowest PT I'll give it. Highest would be 710. I doubt we're going to fill that. We could. We absolutely could. Moving on to NVO. I've been in this, been selling puts on this, equity and options as well. Posted that in the UOA swings channel, especially with that retest down here. Gap fill all the way to 86. All right, we're going to do Google and HIMS. It's only been 6 minutes so far. That's an outside bar, but it's bullish. Usually those are bearish like that. Very odd candlestick pattern. If that was upside down and on a dip, I'd be all over that. It is not confirmed bear. We're not confirmed bear yet. This could fail, but that pattern is bearish. There were sellers there that pushed it down. There were sellers here that pushed it down, and the body closed lower than that body. And we had that shooting star I had talked about the prior week, and it played out from 329 all the way to 318. HIMS. Okay, there's the price target right down here. Right down in this range. Now it could fight and come back up. Fight, come back up. It could end up happening over in here at 29 and stay at the same level, or it could happen next week and come all the way to 25. Right? I just know that this is my target. I really don't care. What I care about is it hitting this trend right here. 1, 2, 3. It's hit it 3 times. I want it to bounce off the 4th. Currently selling some Ps. I've been rolling them. They're pretty close to the money. 27s as well, and some 28s. I'll just roll them again. I may just get a sign. I'm okay with the equity, especially right there. Coming out of February into March. March is usually bullish, especially around St. Patty's Day. For some reason, we're always historically bullish around St. Patty's Day. Could be selling some calls against it up there after the assignment. Where will I put my money? Right? I mean, people are like, what do you think about S&DK? And I'm like, what? What the heck is wrong with you? Are you kidding me? It was $30 just back in April, and now it's $500, and you want to what? You ape and move. Well, if a company's going to drop that hard, it's probably not profitable, or there's a massive stock market crash. Better be a massive stock market crash. If you're aping in a move like that, the company's probably done for. No, I don't get in moves like that. That's never worked. I never see that work. Now over here off the volume shelf, where we're consolidating and pretty much flagging, and MACD's starting to turn low, higher low, higher low, higher low. You know, that's a different story. And we shot up out of there. No, I would not add up here. I understand a lot of people are new, but I got to kind of emphasize that. Like, what are you doing? Are you getting FOMO? Are you obeying your emotions? Your emotions are bad. They can be bad. Screw what my mind and emotions say. I got to follow statistics. Data, truth. Data, we'll say data, and statistics. So quantitative easing equals what? Dollar going down in most cases, right? Dollar goes down in most cases, 9 out of 10 times. Quantitative tightening means the dollar goes up, which is how I was able to call gold. I have the written articles. I have the written articles calling the price target in 2024 on Bitcoin. I talked about the possible life-changing opportunity on gold and silver. I have a YouTube video of it as well. Am I an oracle, or do I understand everything? Have I studied history? Right? Learn quantitative tightening and quantitative easing and what sectors that affects. That's how I was able to call it. And I'm sitting pretty right now. My gosh, am I sitting pretty? Gotta get out of the last bit of that here and roll into something else. Now, here's what I'm looking at, FXY. Japan is going to be doing quantitative tightening, meaning their currency most likely is going to go where? What did I just say? In my opinion, I'm speculating here. Now, that's a hammer, but it hasn't closed a hammer yet. It's going to take another 6 days, 6 days, 6 more days, and this will be closed. This is beaten down. Even we came up to 65, that's not bad from 58. If that volume gap got filled to 78 or 80, or if we even saw 85 from down here, wow, would that be great? The Japanese yen. No, not a Forex broker where it's leveraged and, do I do 100x leverage at that? No, I'm not talking about that. It's a trust that holds it. It's very slow moving. It's not like that. I'm not trading Forex here. I am investing in a trust that holds the Japanese yen. Now, that is my number one pick for, not for potential upside, but for conviction, right? I'm trying to think of the right word to use here. I would say that would be the most well thought out play that I can get in 2026. The fact that the dollar is probably going to fall, and on top of that, right? It's not even like I'm jumping to a currency for safe haven. I'm jumping into a currency that's going to be doing quantitative tightening, meaning theirs is going to go up. I think that relationship, it could really separate. If I wanted just a safe haven, I'd be which is already running, would be the Swiss franc, right? Trust. Not a bad place. You'd be up 10% on the year. You'd be up more than that. You'd be up 16, 17%. Your money just hanging out there as the dollar falls. Bond market, I was saying that bond market's kind of broken right now. We'll see. It's still holding. I'm still slightly green on it, and I'm earning yield on it. And I'm still in TLT. Look at that. I had that charted out from when I called the dump during quantitative tightening. Bonds have an inverse relationship, right? So that dump was just crazy. That inverted head and shoulders did not play out, but it gave me more time to accumulate. So TLT, yeah, maybe. Bitcoin, I don't know. I'll see right around the time when Mr. Too Late's going to get out, which has been holding rates very, very slow, right? It's too late. Things are already going to start breaking. Even if they start cutting right now, I mean, it's going to take for it to really hit everything in the economy a good 6 months. Some stuff, will react instantly when it comes to loans and things like that. Depending on what they're going to be doing here, but it's not really going to take effect on everything. It's delayed for a good 6 months. At that point, it's too late. We had an administration that did nothing but make inflation worse, regulating drilling. Cost of energy goes up. Cost of everything goes up, right? The 4 years of doing nothing. And now we have Powell holding everything back. So now it's like, what, 5 years of not, it's too late now. It's too late now. Something's going to break, and if it breaks, it's going to be on the banking side, in my opinion. I have my tinfoil on for that statement. So TLT is a possibility. Swiss franc, yeah, okay. What I'm really, look at that beautiful little break there. FXY, that's the one right there. That is the one. Let's go back to the month where we had bullish divergence on that as well. Where did RSI go? Let's pull that back up. There it is. Take a look at RSI down here. We have bullish divergence here while this is running pretty much flat. Even when we had the max low on RSI here, we went lower and we're trending up more, right? This is virtually at the same level as it was over here, which was the lowest point. And RSI is all the way at 41 when we were down at 16 when we were up here. I'd love to see that low volume area get taken out. So that's going to be, I'm rolling in more. I'm already in this. I rolled out of some of my losers on the equity holds. There's ones that were just lagging, Lululemon and stuff like that, and Target, made a little bit on that, and went into FXY, the Japanese yen. And then I have a gold miner. When it comes to metals, people want to roll into silver. Now, I still think silver could run a lot, like hard, very hard. And if it has a pullback, in my opinion, it could just end up making another high. They always say you must go lower in order to go higher, right? Pull up gold as well. Well, some of the gold will lead. Following will be silver. And after that, the other metals, copper, right? CPER. Which I still think has some room here. But then there's the miners. The miners are one of the last, some of the last to go, going back to the silver and gold boom of post QE 2010 through 2012, right around that time, definitely in 2011. So there's been some OTCs that have performed so well in 2025 and up into 2026. So I will have the OTC that I'm going to be watching. I may be posting another video on it here on the YouTube. It's going to be in the newsletter, and it's also going to be on the SMS watch list. There's an OTC I really have my eyes on, and I really like the company. So stay tuned for that. And if you'd like to check it out, you can check it out in the Discord as well. If you guys like this information, make sure to like and follow for more.